All right, it says we're live. Let's see. It should be live. That's live. That's live. Let's see if anybody pops on. There you go. Hi, guys. We are live. Sorry, I like to test it just to make sure that we are on because I don't want to keep going if we're not. So, hi, guys. Welcome to Nays Days. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hi, Matt. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Kayfabe. So, guys, this is my favorite night of the week. It happens on different nights. But my series is called YouTuber of the Week. And if you are new and have not heard of YouTuber of the Week, it is a spotlight interview series. It's an interactive chat with a fellow small YouTuber or bigger YouTuber. And just to get to know their channel a little bit better, give their channel additional exposure because I think they're awesome and you will too. So this week, I have a very special YouTuber of the week. He is one of my favorites. All of the videos that I watch, he cracks me up. So guys, I'm not going to do the introduction. Would you like to introduce you and your channel and tell us all about it?
Sure, yeah. Hi, I am Dylan. My channel is the Alphaginger Show. And what I do on my channel is I do tons of different voice impressions of mainly cartoons right now, but I plan to get to celebrities eventually. And I do funny skits, and once upon a time I used to do cooking stuff and all that sort of stuff, but I haven't done that in a while. But mainly funny skits and voice impressions.
Very, very cool. Hi, Herman. Thank you, Herman. I have a moderator on my live chat just to make sure that there's no trolls or anything like that because it tends to happen. So guys, as you guys know, we want to try to get as many viewers as possible to check out this amazing YouTuber of the week. So if you guys can all do me a favor, grab your phones, let's tweet this live out, and then we can have more people watch this amazing series that I have. So Dylan, I know, but for the viewers who don't know, what other videos do you make besides voice impressions?
Okay, so recently I've been trying to get into doing more skits, funny skits and stuff. So recently I just did a video, which I think is one of my funniest, to be honest, is a video about fantasy football and being a fantasy football coach and taking it way too seriously. I wore a ridiculous looking mustache for it, and
you wore Luigi's mustache.
Yes, Luigi's mustache, which I used from one of my voice impression videos. It's a hilarious video. I think it's doing pretty well right now as well. I've done a video about Christmas, about getting really bad Christmas gifts before. And I've got a couple more skits lined up to do. I just haven't panned out how I'm going to actually film them. Because I film all my videos by myself and I really don't have anybody to help me where I live, so it's gonna be a little challenging. But yeah, that's some of the skits I do.
Yeah, Herman. Herman said, "I can't wait to see that, Dylan." I just subbed. Herman, I promise, he is amazing. You're gonna laugh. You're going to, I watched that and I commented. I don't know anything about fantasy football or anything like that. I know you're actually in a pool, but my gosh, my best friend's husband is totally like, they have like a whole weekend, like a guy's weekend. They pick their teams. I mean, it's like a whole ordeal. And, and some people who don't know anything about it, like myself, would join and win. So it's really doesn't matter how much you know about the game. It's the luck of the draw, pretty much.
Yeah, I'd say that. I've been in it for 3 years now, and the first year I almost made it all the way. So I didn't know anything about fantasy football at the time. nothing. And I'm looking pretty good this year, though. 2 weeks in, I'm still winning. So
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Michelle says, I picked him. So many guys that do that. It's crazy. Yeah. Hi, Finn. Welcome. Oh, picked up. Okay. Sorry, Michelle. Thank you, Herman. Herman is tweeting out, not tweeting, he is linking your channel in the chat, just so that everybody can just click on it right away. Hi, Matt. How are you? Okay. So how did you come up with your channel name? I know the ginger.
So it actually goes all the way back to high school. So as a junior, around the junior year or so, I started calling myself the Alphaginger in my school because being a ginger is kind of a joke and stuff, you know. And I started trying to own the title of being the best ginger in the school. Some of the other gingers didn't really appreciate that, and they thought they were, and I just kind of shrugged it off. And it just slowly caught on, and I played soccer for my high school, and all my soccer friends started making it a big deal. And come senior year, my whole high school soccer team had this whole thing about hunting down gingers on the field. It was blown out of proportion, and I actually ended up giving out an award to the freshman soccer players on my team for to be the next Alphaginger in line to take over my throne. It was a whole big thing. It was hilarious. And I wanted to kind of use that as my name for my YouTube channel, to pay respect to that kind of, and just to kind of keep rubbing it in other ginger spaces, sort of try to claim that I'm the best.
My niece is actually a ginger too. And gingers are unlike everyone else.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Now, how long have you been doing YouTube?
Well, I would like to say only 1 year, but sadly it's been more like almost 2 years now. I like to consider the first year kind of a learning process year. I was really bad at literally everything to do with YouTube. And you can see that progression through my videos, actually, through the thumbnails alone. You can see I had horrible lighting, horrible audio, editing. Everything in that first year was just kind of not very good. And then come January this year, I was like, I've got to start taking this more seriously. I've got to start making my videos better quality, better sound, better thumbnails, got to draw in the crowd. And so I like to consider this year the year that I started YouTube. So in my opinion, 1 year, but actually closer to 2.
That's true, because I know that my first year, I wasn't really anything. It was just post here, post there. Like, I wasn't taking it seriously until I actually started. I'm like, you know what? I got to be more consistent and actually like take it as a hobby, not just uploading a video. But like, my editing wasn't anything. So my first year, it was more of like a trial. It didn't really count. Guys, if you are new to YouTuber of the Week, how this works is I have a list of questions, but I need you guys to be interactive as well. And any questions that you have for this week's YouTuber of the Week, comment them down below. And then you don't have to wait for an answer. You can get an answer right away. So any questions you have regarding YouTube, regarding his channel, anything like that, comment below and I'll ask it. So why did you want to start a YouTube channel and go through all the struggles that we go through as content creators?
Well, it's mainly because I like to entertain people. Throughout my entire life, that's what I was to my family. It's what I was to all my friends. I was just an entertainer. I made everybody laugh. And I also realized that I was really good at doing impressions of people and characters and stuff. And my family always kept on asking me to do impressions of characters like SpongeBob. And a lot of the time it was Kari from The Incredibles. When I was younger, I had the voice for it because I sounded like I was a girl. sort of. So I used to entertain everybody with doing all my funny voices and stuff. And as I got older, I kind of went away from acting and stuff, and I went toward, because I'm an engineer actually. And so I kind of went away from all that entertainment kind of stuff. And it just suddenly hit me like junior year of college that I really wanted to keep entertaining everybody. And so I decided after college, once I got out of college, got my degree, got a good job, I would start up YouTube and try to do it the right way and see if that could kind of build into a career in maybe voice acting or maybe just regular acting in general. And so that's why I created my channel. I wanted to entertain people and try to build off of that into some sort of acting career.
Now, going along with that, what is your favorite character, person to voice and press?
Well, let me think. That's a good question.
Or you can just do it.
Well, I know my favorite recently because I found out I could do her voice so well, and that was Edna Mode. And that's actually my best video. It's got the most views. It blew up overnight. I was because I put it out when Incredibles 2 came out, and everybody loved it. And I honestly think when I watch all the other impressionists do her voice that I'm better, but that's just my opinion. The
Alphaginger, come on.
Exactly, I'm the Alphaginger, so I should be able to do it better. But let me see if I can do a little bit of Edna Mode. Try to get into her mindset here. Let me think here. What to say? Oh yeah, I'll say a classic line of hers. Let's see here. Oh, I'm on the spot here. Let's see here. What are you talking about? You're Elastigirl. Pull yourself together. Ah.
Yes, I do think that was pretty good.
I could do more, but
you're not ready. I didn't give you practice time. I didn't even tell you you're gonna do that.
Oh well, yeah.
But that sounded like, if I closed my eyes, it sounded just like her.
Thank you.
Like I said, I'm very impressed with your voice impressions, and I've told you that. So that's why I'm so excited to have you this week. So Michelle has a question. Oh, Mad says 10 out of 10. Amazing. Michelle says, what's the #1 editing tip you'd give yourself if you could go back and tell yourself before starting? Hope that made sense.
Yeah. Let me think. Editing wise, that's a toughie. There's a lot of things I'd tell myself before I started YouTube. Let me think. Editing wise, I guess it would be try not to do so much. When I started, I thought I could become an expert overnight, and so I was trying to make my videos cool and kind of edit it in a way that just didn't fit my video styles. And so I guess I would tell myself, just don't overdo it. Don't think too hard on the editing part. Just cut it together in a natural way that makes your impressions or your skits look like they flow smoothly, and don't try to throw a bunch of effects in there. That's what I'd tell myself.
And that's just, I mean, with anybody's video, it's like, I know that a lot of people, when you first start, you have no idea what you're doing. And so you were like, okay, let's just go above and overboard on everything. But a lot of times keeping it simple actually makes a better video.
Yes, I totally agree.
Yeah, the clean editing, the sometimes, here and there, but it's more of the content than the additional edits that you have. Kayfabe, super thumbs up to your voice impression. Now, talking about editing, what do you use to edit your videos?
Well, I'm looking to find a new editing software, but currently I'm using Pinnacle Studios Pro 20. It was affordable, and it was like mid-range in cost, but it seemed to do all the basics that I needed. But now that I'm kind of more experienced, I'm looking into possibly getting a different one, but I haven't decided which one to get yet. I haven't really looked into that too much.
Now, what do you use to record your videos?
Audio or visual? Which one? I have several things.
Both.
Both. Okay. For my camera, I use let's see if I get this right, a Canon T5i. And then for my audio, I use it's right here actually, a Blue Yeti mic.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I've decided if I was going to do impressions, I had to have a really nice mic to record crisp, good audio, and the Blue Yeti mic was the best one I saw to buy. So
now, okay. So with doing YouTube for a year to 2 years, what has been the most rewarding and challenging? So it's a two-part. So what has been the most rewarding and the most challenging part of doing YouTube?
Let me see. The most rewarding part so far is knowing that there's people out there other than just my family and friends that actually thinks I'm good at doing my voice impressions and stuff, or being funny in general, because that was one of my biggest fears. Was I think I'm funny, but no one else thinks I'm funny. And it's good to see that most of the comments are positive. I haven't seen one that really has said I'm not funny at all. So that's positive, I guess. And it's let me think here. It was also rewarding to know that my family was supportive of this, and because I always thought I was just gonna keep this kind of to myself and not really have my family know about it or anything. And I've seen that that's kind of a thing some people have an issue with as well. But I decided I was just gonna go all in. I even had my sister on one of my videos, and I think having them involved in supportive and promoting all my stuff has made it so much better. And I get to show them a different side of me than they usually see. So what was the other part of the question?
Challenging, rewarding and challenging.
Challenging part is the editing part. I struggle with the editing. I can record it all day, but when it comes to editing, it's just, oh man, it is. I struggle to work up the energy to start editing, and then midway through, I lose all energy to continue editing, and it sometimes becomes a 2-day or 3-day process when it should simply just be a couple hours. So
Yeah, because you can edit for hours and hours, but your video will like be down 6 minutes, and so you're like, oh well, I recorded a chunk. Say I recorded like an hour, but it takes you like 4 hours to record because you want to make it good and short, to the point, sweet. But it's like a lot of people don't realize how much time it takes to edit that 6-minute video.
Yeah, I totally agree. Sometimes for my voice impression videos too, I have to add in the pictures in the video as well, and then add an effect to the picture to make it go up in the corner and stuff. And then I have to match the audio to the video, and that sometimes makes that's another issue with my editing software right now, is I don't think it works well with my laptop. So sometimes if I'm on there too long, everything starts slowing way down, and then I just have to like save, close it, let it sit for a while, and then open it back up later. So yeah.
Mad says, I despise editing so much. Jossie says, oh, just like me, I think I'm funny, and it's nice to see others do too. Kayfabe says, so many horror stories of editing. I enjoy editing, but my computer does not. Jossie says, so funny. I always assume everyone but me loves editing. Now, going back to your answer to like the rewarding part, you said that your family supports you, and that also a few others that they kind of like want to keep it secret, their YouTube channel. What does your family think about your channel?
Well, they are probably my biggest fans of my YouTube channel, to be honest. They think they've already known that I was this funny from the start, and they're just glad to see that I'm finally trying to show it to everyone else, I guess. Yeah, they're definitely my biggest fans. My friends actually are the ones I'm slightly more surprised by being so supportive, because I kept pretty quiet through college and definitely through high school about trying to be an entertainer kind of person. And so to see that they're actually trying to help me promote my videos and my channel and stuff is the best thing ever. And actually, starting, well, next, not this weekend, but next week, I'm going over to Cleveland where to hang out with some of my friends to film a couple more videos. And one of them is my 200 subscriber completion video. It's long overdue. It's been like 2 months since I actually reached 200. And what they're gonna do is duct tape me to a wall and throw pies in my face. That's the video.
I
Should be
love
fun for them and not for me.
It'd be a great thumbnail, just saying.
Yeah, yeah.
Matt says, my mom tells me I'm funny, then I record a video and rewatch it, and my gosh, I cringe at my jokes so hard.
Yeah, well, my first video I ever did on YouTube, I almost told my family they can't watch ever again. I can't watch it personally because it actually does just hurt me inside. It really is cringy, and it just, like, to think that I tried to force so much humor in the early videos of mine. It just makes me so upset with my past self.
Well, that's what, you got to do it and learn from it and not do it again. Like Michelle and I said last week, is that we did a reaction video to our first video and how cringy they were. Now, with working full time and not having YouTube, even though YouTube is the hardest working job because of everything that goes into it, and you don't get paid for it, what keeps you motivated to keep making videos?
Well, I mean, just the notion, the idea that I will someday have a big enough audience that it might turn into a career. That's the goal. I mean, I want to make this into a career so I can eventually stop working my full-time job and go into acting or voice acting and stuff full time. So that's a huge motivator. Seeing all the positive comments on my videos is another motivator. Sometimes I do get in a slump where I lose all creative juices. I can't think of any ideas for videos. And even when I look at my list of video ideas that I've written down, none of them just seem interesting to me. And so sometimes it's hard to really get in the mindset to record. And then I try to think back to what my original goal was for my channel, and that usually gets me back into it. And then talking to my friends that I've mentioned that are so supportive of my YouTube, they always try to help me come up with new good ideas that are funny and hilarious, and sometimes that also helps. So yeah, it's sometimes challenging, but I have good outlets to keep me motivated.
And that's it. Have you I know you do the YouTube videos. Have you ever thought about doing like a Facebook clip of your videos just so that the people on Facebook can share them? Because if you ever or on Facebook, like I love Facebook. I know that I'm on it all the time. And anytime that I post like my video out to like my private Facebook page, people don't really retweet it. But I know that I retweet funny short videos from other people, not YouTube videos, but sharing this and that. Have you ever thought about doing something like that on your
Actually, I've just started getting into doing that.
Hold on. Sorry.
I've actually just gotten started into that kind of field. It's kind of along the lines of posting a meme, sort of.
Yes.
So the last video I did, my fantasy football video, I actually did I shortened it down to the good parts, the best parts of it, and made sure it flowed smoothly. And then I kind of put it in a meme format, put a clever little line at the top of it saying this is the real fantasy football or whatever. I forget what I put on top. And then I went ahead and I went ahead and promoted it. Actually,
hold on 1 second. I want to hold. Hello? What's up? I'm on YouTube for the week. Would you like to say hi to Dylan? All right, hold on. Go ahead, say hi.
Hey, what up?
Hey, how's it going?
This is my husband, John, from John Hagerty Vlogs. He has a YouTube channel as well. So I gotta go. Bye-bye. No, it was weird because my dad called and then my husband called twice. And I'm like, oh, I have to answer this. I think I don't want it to be an emergency or anything like that. Because he's like, how do you like not answer and then text me right away? Because I'm doing something. So yeah, I know I don't know if we're friends on Facebook, but yes, that is definitely a good tip. And you get views that way. And then you can also link your channel for them to check out the full version of your video.
Yeah, and it really did help my fantasy football video because I saw when I posted that clip to my Facebook page and my personal Facebook page and got everybody to share it around and stuff. It really did kind of pick up pace, and it showed in my views on YouTube even, and not just on the video I posted. So it is a good idea, and I think moving forward for future skits and probably my voice impressions, I'll probably put together a short little clip. Not necessarily for my gaming videos, which, oh yeah, I forgot. I do gaming videos too. They're not as popular, but some of those videos are some of my funnier videos, I think. A lot of them aren't, but some of them are pretty funny. The most recent one I just posted yesterday, actually, is hilarious because my game glitches out and we fall through the whole map. But I don't think I'll be making little short clips of those necessarily. Everything else I will.
Yeah. Cute. Ginger wants to know, what mic is that?
The mic that's right here?
Mm-hmm.
That's my Blue Yeti mic that I use for my voice impressions and everything, basically.
Because it's like super clear too. I think Michelle just got one this year because she does ASMR.
Ah, okay. Yeah. I was actually going to ask that before we started if it sounded good, because I usually don't have it over in a corner like this away from my face. So I mean, it's good to hear that it sounds clear. Yeah.
Michelle says, where are you from?
Well, I'm from a small little town in Indiana. So I guess the closest, Terre Haute, Indiana. That's kind of where I'm from. I don't live there anymore. I now live in northern Indiana because I went to college in northern Indiana, and that's where I found a job. So northern Indiana is where I live currently, but I'm from southern Indiana.
Very cool. Kayfabe wants to know, what game glitched?
Surprisingly, Far Cry 5. I never would have expected it to glitch the way it did. My playthrough of it is co-op, so I have a friend that plays with me as well. And I just started noticing his character running through the sky past me, and he thought he was standing still. And I told him, no, you're not. You're running right past me through. And then he just phased through a mountain, just right through a mountain, and left me to get attacked by like 10 bad guys in the game. And then when I respawned off the map under the mountain and just fell to my death over and over and over again. And I would never have guessed the game would have glitched like that, but it did, and it made for a pretty funny video.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Matt says phone break, of course, John calls. I want to, I don't know if anybody knows, but Dylan is amazing, as you guys know. But my son, my oldest son, Johnny, I think you're talking to him. I'm not quite sure. But he's turning 14 on Friday. And he wants to get into doing voice impressions. He does a really good Luigi. And I want to thank you if you've already done it or if you haven't done it yet for helping him out. Trying to give him like some cues of what to do.
Yeah, not a problem. I haven't talked to him much yet, but I think I did follow him on Twitter. And if he has any questions, he's more than willing, more than free to ask me. I'd be willing to help. If the questions are, how do you do some of the voices?
You're like,
some of the answers might be, I don't know how. That's
yeah. He's more of like wants to do Luigi, and I think it's more like what do you use to do your voice impressions, your mic, like more of the logistics. Part of it. He's very, very intelligent, and so he's more technical, and I'm just like, okay, but what kind of mic? What do you use to record? And he's like, so do you use this, and this, and this? And yeah, so just wording you on that one. Hi, Josh. He says he loves your t-shirt.
Oh, thank you. It's actually my favorite t-shirt. I've had it for years. And
he says, I love doing impressions. So Josh, definitely subscribe to him and check out his voice impressions. So with your voice impressions, I know that you already gave us your favorite, but that's the one person. What group or collection, like Star Wars or Nintendo characters, like what group of characters or people that you like the best?
Well, I like doing Cartoon Network. I like doing those a lot. Disney, obviously, I'm a huge Disney fan. So any character that I even remotely find out I can do half well, I'll try to do. But I think my number one favorite are the Nintendo characters. That's my favorite impressions video I've made so far. I think it turned out the best all around. The thumbnail is my favorite. The video quality is my favorite. I just like those characters so much. Something about a redhead wearing a fake Italian mustache doing a bad Italian accent just makes me laugh inside. But I was surprised by how well I could do Mario and Luigi. And I was really surprised by how well I could do Peach of all the characters.
That's my favorite, Princess Peach.
Yeah, that amazed me that most of the comments on that video are, you do such a great Peach impression. I thought that was one of my cheesiest ones. And it was one of my best apparently. So
if later on, before we close, because we still have a lot, we still have time. If the viewers, if they kind of vote on a Nintendo character, would you do it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Definitely. So this is what we're going to do. Comment below your favorite Nintendo character that you want Dylan to do right here on YouTuber of the Week. Matt says, I can do a really good British, Scottish, and Australian accent. Also, I got that Pikachu and Charmander impression on point.
I totally forgot about Pokemon, actually. That would have to be my second favorite, because I was so amazed going through all 151 of the original Pokemon, how well I could do a good number of them. And that actually was one of the videos where I found out a new talent I could do, which was I was trying to figure out how to do Aerodactyl, which is a giant like pterodactyl kind of fossil Pokemon, and it makes a really loud screeching sound. And I was like, I can't physically do that. And then I breathed in real quick, like deeply, and like tried to like make a noise when I breathed in deep, and it made that noise. And I was like, I'm gonna annoy all my friends with this noise now. And I called up my friend. I was like, hey, I figured out how to do Aerodactyl. And they're like, great, that's wonderful. And I was like, you want to hear it? And they were like, sure. And I annoyed them for like 5 minutes with it. It was, oh man, it was hilarious.
Yeah, because I know like a lot of times, like since you're like in the YouTube community, that a lot of people who aren't into YouTube, they're like, yeah, okay, no. And us, we're like, yeah, give it to us. Come on, bring it on. Like we understand, you know, the YouTube.
Right.
Kayfabe says, so many choices. I hear myself. I'll be all for Captain Lou Albano as Mario from the old school Super Mario Super Show cartoon. Oh, okay, for your favorite. Okay. Do you know Captain Lou Albano as Mario?
I know who Captain Lou Albano is in wrestling terms. He was a WWE manager. Well, not just WWE. I'm a huge wrestling fan, by the way. So I know a lot of useless knowledge of WWE, especially old knowledge. But yeah, he was a manager for tons of big name wrestlers back in the day. What was Captain Lou Albano doing? Who?
As Mario from the old school Super Mario Super Show cartoon.
I think I know what they're talking about, but I don't know if I could do that. That would be a real challenge for me.
I think we're gonna keep it basic. So, guys, yeah. What cartoon, like Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, Pokemon? Comment below. Oh, he played Mario on TV.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha. Now, with YouTube community, I know that you're probably a part of other YouTube support groups. So you're part of the one that Michelle and I run called YouTube Creators Alliance. So thank you for being an awesome member of that. What do you think about those groups? Like, has it helped you out? Kind of like, tell me about them.
Well, the first one I actually got into was right around when they changed the YouTube, the rules on how to become, what is it, a YouTube partner, when they changed those rules earlier in the year. And everybody got all upset and people were saying, oh, now it's going to be harder for everyone to get monetized and stuff. There was a group that got created. Oh, I want to try to remember the name of it. Something YouTubers United or something. I can't remember. But I got into that because one of my favorite voice impressionists helped make it, and she was trying to help out small YouTubers become more successful. And I joined that thinking it was the only group like that. And then I saw there was other options to join. And that's what got me into all the other groups, and then eventually into your group. And so far,
the dark side.
And so far, a lot of them are pretty helpful. A lot of them have helpful tips, helpful guides to making better successful videos, how to do tags better, how to optimize the whole process. There is a couple groups that just don't really work as well. But your group is amazing. And there's a few others that are almost as good. So
yeah, I mean, when I first started YouTube, I had no idea what I was doing or anything like that. I just knew, especially with doing YouTuber of the Week, we did it on my husband's channel, and now we have it on my channel. And I always wanted to give back. I always wanted to help someone, even though I didn't know exactly what I was doing. And definitely the YouTube community support groups. If you guys are just, just starting out or have been doing YouTube for a while, get a part of these groups. Join them, meet fellow content creators, even if they're not in the same niche as you, but just, you know, to kind of like expand your network and like market yourself. And just like the people that you meet through them, it's like pretty amazing, because if, you know, you weren't part of the other group that I was in and also this one, I don't think we would have met, and I would have been missing out on someone very creative and awesome.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think it's definitely helped me reach out to new people that I enjoy watching their content. And I definitely saw a boost in my subscribers and stuff when I started utilizing these groups better. And it's definitely helped me network, branch out, and meet people that were, because I actually, due to being in one of these groups, I created a collaboration video for the first time.
Oh, I saw that with Kristen.
Yes. And so it's definitely a good way to branch out. It's a good way to find new YouTubers that you might be interested in watching further. There's a couple of YouTubers that I actually watch regularly now that I met in these groups. So it's a great channel or a great network to use. So
I totally agree. And I was a part of one group and I ran it, and they didn't like it being too organized. So Michelle and I and Ree from Reloaded Reality, and you can even ask them, it was pretty much at 11 o'clock at night, my time. And I'm like, guys, let's create a group and, you know, just help other people and keep it organized so that, you know, people can see what's going on. And they're like, okay. So that's how we got our group, is because one late night I decided to text two of my favorite YouTuber that I trust, because if I'm going to run a group or do something, even like collabing, you want to trust the people.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we like to keep it organized just so that people can promote their video, but, you know, have fun while doing it. K-Faith says, agreed, since joining the group, my views, subs, love increased. Michelle says, within 10 minutes, we had a group. Seriously, within 10 minutes. And I even like created the banner, and they're like, okay. Like, I just couldn't sleep one night, and I'm like, let's do it. Now, what social media platforms best help market your channel?
That's recently I would have said Facebook and Twitter, but I actually started using Reddit more recently, and it was surprisingly, when I would look in my YouTube, whatever that app is that you can look at your analytics, it showed that Reddit was like 20% of my overall like search views or whatever it is, and that was like number 2 behind Facebook now, and Twitter was number 3, and that Instagram surprisingly was doing well too. And I didn't think people really cared to go to my profile and click on the link that I put in the bio that often. But yeah, Reddit was surprisingly good. I recently got banned from a couple subreddits for spamming posts. I didn't know that was a thing. So I'm gonna have to look for a few more subreddits for some of my more particular videos, but it has been really helpful. Twitter, if you know the right hashtags to use, and you know kind of how to word your post, it can really catch on. My most successful tweet for a video was actually not for my video. It was for IHOP when they did the whole IHOP thing.
IHOP, yeah, the burgers. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. I posted a tweet saying that all they had to do was make cinnamon pancakes every day or every weekend, and I'd be fine with that. And it blew up. And I was like, oh, I got to use this to try to promote my channel now, because the tweet literally got thousands of likes and hundreds of retweets. So I was like, okay, I'll post under it. Go check out my channel, and this is what I do. And it turned into subscribers. So Twitter in the right way can be really helpful.
You're like, man, I should have put that in the original tweet.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. If I had known, yeah.
You're like this. You're like, oh, it's not going to go anywhere, and then it like blows up, and you're like, man, I kind of missed the boat a little bit on that one. Yeah, I like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. I think Twitter is actually the best. I mean, I don't do Reddit. I'm kind of scared to do anything on Reddit because there's so much right there. But Twitter, it's like people can retweet your videos and and it kind of gets your name, out there to their followers. And so that's pretty cool. Facebook, unless you have like your Facebook group, which is not a Facebook group, but like your Facebook page, which is good to have. So if you guys are, if you have a channel, make sure you do like a Facebook like public figure page, because in that way you'll get your name out there as well. People can like it, and then they can, watch your videos. So I can't ask the next question because you said you don't have any hate comments. So Matt says IHOP is I love IHOP is life. K-Fape says a lot of hate and toxic nature on Reddit I found.
Yeah. I've not gotten too many nice comments on my Reddit posts. One of my best Reddit comments was that I was the good kind of psychotic person. Because they watched my Nintendo impressions video, and it was kind of like a small, it was a YouTuber kind of subreddit. So it was, you post a video and they kind of review it and give you helpful tips. And one of their things was that I was the good kind of psychopath, and they really enjoyed it. And I was like, and they had a whole novel written about my channel. And I was like, wow, this is the nicest, like, negative post I've ever gotten. I guess I'm glad I'm the good kind of psychotic, but don't know how to take that. Yeah, it's definitely, Reddit is definitely the most toxic social media that I use, but it still turns into views, and I've never gotten a bad comment on YouTube from Reddit. I've only gotten bad comments on my Reddit post.
Which is good, because you rather have it there than on your channel.
Exactly.
Michelle says she needs to find that subreddit. K-Fape says, I find Twitter works best for my style of videos, which is wrestling. The internet wrestling community is very much Twitter-based, especially the pay-per-view nights. I have seen that.
Yeah, WWE is 100% a Twitter-based like community. I watch wrestling almost religiously. I've watched it since I was like since I was able to watch television as a little kid, and seeing it grow on social media, it blew up on Twitter. The way they utilize Twitter is impressive, and I actually just liked and retweeted like 5 or 10 of their posts earlier today because one of their wrestlers is doing really well. And I think KFAB probably knows who I'm talking about, is doing really well right now. But yeah, Twitter is, I love Twitter. I like it a lot. It's my favorite one. It may not turn into the most views, but it's my favorite one to be on, because my favorite impressionist is on there. And one time I kind of gave her a shout out in one of my posts for my video, for my Pokemon impression video. I kind of gave her a shout out and said they were my inspiration for doing it. And they actually retweeted it and liked it. And it blew up. It not necessarily blew up into like thousands of views, but it definitely, I saw a surge, and people were posting saying, oh, wow, she mentioned you. That's so cool. You must be good. And I was like, oh, wow, this is crazy.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That is pretty awesome. So Madison has a question for you. So she said she did YouTube, then she kind of stopped. Now she's back to doing YouTube. Any advice?
So she was on YouTube, stopped, and then came back?
Yep.
Any advice for coming back, I would say just do what makes you happy. Do what you feel makes you the happiest the most. Don't worry about trying to make content for the viewer. Just make content that you're going to be proud of and you're happy of, and try to find your niche. I know my first year on here, I thought it was going nowhere. I mean, after the first year, I literally only had 55 subscribers, and I thought I was just bad at it. I thought I wasn't very good at doing it. And it was because I was trying to do too much. I was trying to do a little bit of everything, because my original idea, here's my original idea for my channel. I thought it'd be cool to do challenges. Like, I bought this wheel, this like roulette wheel. I'd put challenges on it, and whatever it landed on, I would do for a video. And that was a bad strategy for YouTube. Because it was all over the place. One week I would be doing some weird favorite dance video, and then the next I would be doing cooking videos. It didn't make any sense, and the whole purpose was to do impressions. So I finally, this year, I was like, I'm just gonna focus on those. That's gonna be my main content. And I saw a drastic improvement in views, subscribers, everything. So just find your niche, do what makes you happy, and don't care about any of the negative comments. I've only gotten like one or two, actually. I've had a couple bad ones, but they're outweighed by the good ones. So just don't worry about any negative comments. Do what makes you happy. Find your niche. That's what I got for you.
That's everything that I would have said too. So let's do. Can you do a Mario impression?
Mario. Okay.
Mario.
Let me see here.
I watched that, so it was, and I showed it to my kids.
Let me grab something real quick. Let me grab something.
So guys, if you guys are just joining us, thank you for coming to YouTuber of the Week. This is Dylan, and he is the Alphaginger Show, and he does gaming, voice impressions. Oh my gosh, he is funny. So make sure you check in the description below for his channel and click on it, and make sure you subscribe. You can say that Nazy sent you, or just that you love him as much as I love him. So leave your questions below. We have about 5 more minutes. I know it went by super, super quick. So right now, Dylan is going to do a voice impression for us.
Yes. Hold on. By the way, it's ginger ale. Very fitting for my channel. Yeah, I've been talking so much all day today to like customers at work and stuff that my voice is actually kind of shot. And I sing all the time. Like, I just sing in my car and all that. So it's I've run my voice into the ground every single day. Mario. Okay, Mario. Let's think here. All right. Let's go. Wahoo! That's my favorite thing to do as him. Just like, because when you button mash, like his like jumping motion, he goes wahoo, 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 wahoo. And it makes like, that might have been really loud. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But let's see here.
What about Luigi?
Luigi number 1. Wahoo! Uh-oh. My favorite Luigi line is from Mario Party, where he sneezes and he apologizes for it. So he goes, "Ow! Oh, sorry." Let's see here. It's me, Mario. Wahoo!
I love it. I love it. You're so good at it, and it's so natural.
I'm amazed that it is that way. I never would have thought I would have been good at that. Because I used to only do 3 impressions, really. Kari from Incredibles, SpongeBob, which was my favorite one to do for years until I got into more characters, and then Adam Sandler, surprisingly.
Really?
When I was younger, I did a really good Adam Sandler. Now, since I don't watch his videos all the time, I can't really do it as well.
Get his voice completely.
yeah, but yeah, the Nintendo characters, I have so much fun doing them. Toad is another one because his voice is so high pitched and squealy. It's let me see if I can do a Peach real quick. It's gonna be it might be a little off. What line did I say
Are
in
you
that
doing
video?
Peach?
I'll try to do Peach real quick. What line does she say? Okay. I'll do when she's like being taken away by Bowser and like she's yelling for Mario. Oh, Mario, come save me.
I love it. I love it. Anytime I watch, like, okay, so I did watch your Star Wars one, but I don't watch Star Wars. So some of the voices I knew, some of I didn't. But Nintendo characters, oh my gosh, everyone knows them. So I'm like watching it and I'm like, oh my God, he's doing such an amazing job. And it, like, you can definitely tell who is who, even without looking at the video.
Yeah, and what amazes me is, and I probably should put more effort into it, but on all basically every video I make, I don't really put much prep into making them. A lot of people think it takes me a little bit longer, like I do research and stuff. I do like 5 minutes of research before I do the voice, and then I quickly do it. And I'm amazed that it usually turns out so well. Same for my skits. That fantasy football skit, I didn't write a script for it. I didn't rehearse anything. I just sat down in front of my camera and started rambling into the camera, and it turned out as well as it did.
It turned out pretty amazing. Because I'm like, I don't know anything about it, but I believed everything you said.
Yep.
Vito Music said, thumbs up, my friend. K-Vape says, love it. Matt says, and she goes, nay, imagine if I had a channel dedicated to flossing. So my next one was advice for newer YouTubers, but you kind of already gave that to Madison about, coming back into YouTube. So guys, do you have one last question? I have a question that if you guys don't ask, I will ask. But Dylan, what do you want the people who are watching this to know about you?
I guess just I'm here to entertain you. That is what gives me so much joy in life, is making other people happy. I never want to make anybody upset by anything I do in life, and I think that's what everyone should do, but some people don't. I just want to make you guys happy, make you laugh, make you smile. If you're having a bad day, hopefully watching my videos makes it better. That's my main goal. And if you want to join me on my quest to becoming an actor or whatever it's going to become in the future, thank you. I hope to make more funny videos for you. And I've got several good ones lined up in the future. So if you subscribe, you will be able to witness, let's see, coming up is Looney Tune impressions. And that one of my friends told me I had to do. So, cause I can do an amazing, Bugs Bunny and basically all the Looney Tune characters. Think of their voices. I actually have practiced them and I can do them pretty well. I'm doing a video that is a skit that I've had in the works for 2 months now. It's called, I think it's going to change, but it's called Refrigerator Wizard. It's very weird. And the only reason I haven't made it yet is because I'm one person filming, and it's very hard to film what I want it to be by myself. So, yeah, just if you subscribe, I hope to make you laugh and be entertained.
K-Vape says Tasmanian Devil.
Tasmanian, I can, that's just a lot of noises. That's just a lot of noises and throwing your head around. That one's one of the easier ones.
Yeah. So guys, I want to thank you guys all so very much for joining us for this week's YouTuber of the Week, the Alphaginger Show. He is amazing. You guys have heard just a small voice impressions. I mean, if you love Star Wars, which I know I tweeted that out, I shared it, showed my Star Wars loving fans, guys, check this out. Like, my sister-in-law loves Star Wars. Check him out. Like, he's amazing. So guys, if you love voice impressions, I mean, he is super talented, and check out his channel. If you have any suggestions of voice impressions that you want him to do, just not email him, Facebook him, Instagram, Twitter, tweet, whatever. Get in contact.
Comments of the videos. Usually I put a little shout out at the end of my videos saying, leave a comment on what you want me to see me do next. So
just do it, guys. So if you guys go in the description below, you will find his channel. Click on that, subscribe, turn on that post notification bell. So when he posts, you do it twice a week. You do gaming on Wednesdays.
On Tuesdays. I do gaming on Tuesdays.
Fridays.
Friday is the impressions and skits.
Right, that's what it was. So I'm like, it's either Tuesday or Wednesday. So Tuesdays are his gaming days. Fridays are his voice impressions. Turn on that post notification bell to get notified either way. Guys, if you are new to my channel and never checked it out, make sure you leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. Share this video out to anybody you know to go check out Dylan. So all my nays, daisies, go check him out. Thank you guys so much. Dylan, I'm going to ask you to hold on for 1 second. Guys, how I always end my videos, always think positive, never give up, live life to the fullest, and I will see you when I see you. Bye. Bye. Gotta stop it.